and welcome to my channel. If you're new, then welcome. So in today's video, I will be showing you guys how I contour, highlight, conceal, and set my face. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I get this look right here, then please just keep on watching. You guys, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull back my hair so that way you guys can see a clear view of what I'm going to do. So the first thing about highlighting, contouring, and concealing is the first shade is going to be more closely to your actual foundation. This is just going to conceal if my under eyes I want to conceal first. If I were to have any blemishes or any redness or anything that I want to cover up, I would first go in with the concealer that's closest to my shade. So this is the CoverGirl Outlast All Day in the shade 830 Light Medium. And I'm just going to make a little triangle, upside down triangle with this. On our cubic bows, our chin, our nose, and our forehead. This is just to even your T-zone out. And then my favorite way to blend this out is with my Beauty Blender and just lightly pounces out. And if you feel like you got too much, just press it on your hand a little bit to get off the excess and then go back and blend lightly. Make sure you're looking up so you get way in there. And I like to bring mine a little bit closer to my nose. Nicely. So as you can see, we have that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a shade lighter than your actual concealer. This can be up to 1 or 2 shades lighter than your concealer. This is just going to highlight. This is going to brighten up, you know, the areas that you want. And this is going to be much lighter. Since I have really dark under eyes, I'm going to take the Age Rewind concealer. This is for dark circles, and it's honestly a great concealer as well. And as you guys can see, this is much lighter than the concealer I used previously, but this is going to brighten your T-zone in the under eye wherever you feel like you have really dark circles. Going with that extra concealer that's much lighter, but if you just prefer your concealer previously to this one, that was just more of my foundation shade, just to kind of conceal the areas that the foundation did not cover up. You can go ahead and do that. This is just an extra step that I like to add, so that way my under eyes are covered even more, and around my mouth I get a little bit dark, so I do put a little bit there as well. I do have like really defined smile lines, so I only go with very little. Like I honestly just go with what's left on my Beauty Blender and I go around there, because the more product you put in your fine lines, the more it's going to emphasize them. We're going to go ahead and contour. I know a lot of people are kind of intimidated by contouring with cream, but I feel like cream is much easier than powder because it's more precise and you can actually put it on the areas more directly, which powder is kind of just like everywhere. So I use bronzer for that. I don't really contour with powder, I just bronze up a little bit with it. So I have a lot of contour sticks that I prefer to use. There's creams, but I like the sticks as well because they have more you can control them easier. So this is the Milani Contour and Highlight. This is in the shade 05 Deep Dark. So it's like this, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna look at your face. I know a lot of people like to close their mouth and go in the dents, but I prefer just to kind of line it up like this, where my bone is at. I go right under it. So right there. And you can go up or you can go down, preferring on your cheeks. Mine, I have a little bit of cheeks right here, so I kind of go under it like this. And again, where your bone's at, where you feel that, right under there. Just like that. And you are going to start from the end, and then a little bit of double chin down here. I'm just going to go ahead and put some right here. This is just going to emphasize my jawline. And this right here, this is so optional. This is supposedly just to give you the shadow for your lip to appear bigger. And then this is just to bring everything together. And if you have a bigger forehead, you can contour a little bit more. You can blend them out with your sponge, but I prefer a dense brush like this. And all I'm gonna do, first I'm going to pat it so it stays in place where I first applied it. And then you're gonna work it up. And contouring is just gonna bring out the shadows that you have in your face. It's gonna sculpt it out more. You see how like easy this just blends out? And I like to make sure I connect it right here so it's everything like this. Just tap it in first and then go upwards. And then I'm just going to go in with my sponge and I'm going to pat everything out. Make sure the brush didn't leave any marks or any streaks like that. Just pat everything out. Make sure it's blended in nicely. Cream contour and highlight and conceal that I'm going to do. Now I'm going to add this highlighter from the same stick. And you know, add any creams that you're going to add before you add any powder. So I'm just going to do 3 dots right here. Like that. I'm going to highlight in the same area, a little bit up here on my sides of my jaw and then my nose as well and my cubicles. I'm going to give your powder highlighter a nice base. So once we have all of that down, if you wanted to add a blush cream or anything else, you can go ahead and do that. But now I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes and my whole face. That way I can go into the powders. This is the NYX banana shade. This banana shade brightens up my eyes so well. And I feel like it works best when I use my sponge. So I'm going to look up again, make sure that there's no creasing or anything before I set the under eyes. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to set everything in place. And again, you're going to make that line like the little triangle. And this is just going to make sure that your concealer does not budge the whole day. And it brightens it up as well. And the same areas that I put all the concealer at. Now I'm going to set my face with the Rimmel Stay Matte Transparent. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush like this, just a little bit, and we're going to set the whole face, the foundation, the contour, so that way we set a nice base for the powders that we're going to put on next. And bronze up the face. This is my favorite bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. This is the more lighter one, and I'm just going to take an angled fluffy brush like this. Any fluffy brush like this is fine. And we're just going to bronze up the skin. Not too precise. You can, you know, define that line that you first put your cream contour, but then you kind of bronze it off a little bit. This is just to give little color, little tan. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my Precise Mineral Blush, just a little bit. And I like blend it into my bronzer. I just feel like that's what looks best. You know, you can smile. And then after I add that, I go ahead and I take that big brush again and I just blend everything out. Master Chrome highlighter. This is Molten Gold. And I'm going to take that brush and I'm just going to blend everything out. I'm going to go in with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is going to help your foundation, your powders, everything blend in together, and it's gonna make your makeup last all day. I like to just pat it out, make sure it didn't leave any marks. It has no product, just what's left, and just go in and blend everything out. I'm gonna go with my Milani lipstick. This is in the shade 29 Teddy Berry. This is just a very smooth lipstick. It's not long lasting or matte. Mascara, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the bottom lashes really quickly. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that the tips and tricks that I gave you guys helped you out to pick out your shades, to contour and highlight and set your face and bronze and everything else. So we're gonna go ahead and go into the quotes of the day, everyone. So today's quote is, no matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. I know that there's days where, you know, we're not having a good day, so we rather just stay home, stay in bed, and, you know, even sometimes not dress up because we're like, what's the whole point? But in reality, you should get up, look beautiful, look great, and show everybody that, you know, the outside looks great even though inside you may not feel great. But, you know, always make sure to put a positive attitude and put a great smile on your face. So thank you everybody for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and make sure to subscribe and follow me on all my social media. Thank you everyone. Bye.